Hello students, how are you? So we are discussing the chapter natural resources for class 9th, and in the previous video I discussed about water pollution. Okay, and more importantly, now we have completed two kinds of natural resources, about air and then about water. Now the third kind is soil, and as in the first video I told you that these three are the most important part for the sustaining of life. Okay, there was a diagram in which lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere combined, where the biosphere was formed, and the biosphere is the part where living organism or the life sustain. Okay, so the third important part of that is lithosphere, that is the land or the soil. Okay, and I hope that about water and air it is clear to all of you. So let's start today with soil. Okay, another important topic. The upper layer of the earth, called crust, stores different nutrients that can help in sustaining life on earth, but they are generally bounded in rocks and mountains. Over a large course of time, these rocks break down through some chemical, biological and physical processes which leads to the formation of nutrient rich soil. Okay, very important paragraph, that the upper layer of the earth, it is called crust stores. Okay, it is called crust and it stores different nutrients. We all know that the upper layer, it is highly rich in humus and other minerals also that help in sustaining life on the earth, but they are generally bounded in rocks and mountains. Okay, for example, we say minerals that are found in ores with impurities, so that's it, but they are generally bounded in rocks and mountains. Over a large course of time, these rocks break down. That this process is known as weathering. I hope you know that weathering process. The soil is formed due to or with the help of the weathering process. Rocks break down through some chemical, biological and physical processes which leads to the formation of nutrient rich soil. Okay, now let's move on to the soil profile. What is soil profile? When you dig deep into the earth, you will find various layers of the or various shades of the soil, okay, or the land. That is known as the soil profile. So let's discuss soil profile. First, the soil is found in several layers which are arranged as the soil is formed. The layers of the soil are called as horizons. Okay, so this is only known as soil profile. These layers have different types of soil particles and color, and hence are differentiated on this basis. Okay, so these layers have different types of soil particles and color and differentiated on this basis. The soil profile is defined as vertical section of soil that represents the sequence of layers to the soil. What is the soil profile? It is defined as the vertical section. I told you, if you dig deep inside, then on the vertical section you will see that there will be a sequence of layers, and that sequence of layer represent the soil profile. The layers of the soil help in understanding the usage of the soil. Very important. The soil mainly consists of 4 layers. Such a soil is called mature soil. Some types of soils consist of 2 layers only, and they are called immature soils. Okay, so there are 2 types, mature and immature soil. The soil which mainly consists of 4 layers are called mature soil, whereas the types of soil which consist of only 2 layers are called immature soil. Now, this is what I was saying, the vertical section of the layers of soil. First one, you can see the surface layer, then below it is the topsoil, subsoil, parent material, that is the C horizon and the R horizon. Okay, we'll be discussing them one by one. Let's take a look. Surface layers, organic debris partly decomposed, not completely, partly, okay, partly decomposed, that is known as the O horizon, and you can see the color, it is quite differentiated. Now what is this color due to? It is due to the presence of humus. You know that humus, it is a nutrients availability for the plants, so due to that the soil, the topsoil is very dark brown in color. It is rich in humus, that's why it is dark brown in color. So that is known as the surface layers. Then comes the topsoil. In topsoil, mineral particles mixed with organic materials. Okay, there are certain organic materials which are mixed with organic particles, and it is known as the A horizon. The surface layer is known as O horizon. Then comes, students, the subsoil. What is subsoil? The compounds draining from above accumulate. Draining means, for example, when we water the soil, the water enters the soil. Okay, so from there some of the compounds mix with the water and comes down and accumulate. So the place where they accumulate is the subsoil. So that's why it is saying that compounds draining from above accumulate, and that is also known as B horizons. Clear? And the last one, the below one, is parent material, that is bedrock and the partly weathered rock. Means lowermost is the bedrock, means big rocks, there are no cracks or nothing like that. But as you move upward, means from R horizon to C horizon, you will see partly weathered rock. Okay, you will see some cracks in the rocks, some kind of like breaking rocks, small particles of rocks, and slowly and steadily they lead to the formation of the soil. Clear? So this is what I was telling you, that this is the diagram of a soil profile. Again, you can see these are the vertically arranged layer of the soil. You can see different layers of the soil, these are arranged, and this is the vertical section. It is differentiated on the basis of the colors as well as the size of the particles. You can see the first layer comprised of very fine particles, then as we move downward, the size of the particles keeps on increasing. Clear? So this is about the soil profile. You can read this diagram carefully and then we will be moving forward. Okay, let's discuss now different layers of or horizons of soil. So shall we start, student? The different layers. First is the topsoil or horizon A, or the humus layer. I told you it is rich in humus, that's why it is dark brown in color. The topsoil. This layer of soil consists of organic matter and decomposed substances. It is dark in color, porous, and can hold air and water in good amounts. Due to such quality, many living organisms are found in the topsoil. For example, the earthworms, fungi, and bacteria. Okay, very important. This topsoil is very important, for example, for a vegetation point of view, for agriculture point of view, because this is the layer that decides what kind of plants, what kind of crops are grown in a particular area, what kind of vegetation will thrive in a particular area. Okay, so this depends on the topsoil. It consists of, again I will say, it consists of organic matter, decomposed substance, dark in color, porous means small pores, and can hold air and water, because there are small pores, so it can hold water also and air. Due to such quality, many living organisms are found in topsoil, for example, earthworms, fungi, and bacteria. Horizon O, some soils contains a layer of organic matter which consists of large amount of decomposed leaves and humus. It is called the organic layer of the soil. Okay, so it is also the part of the topsoil, horizon O or horizon A. Clear? Next one is the subsoil or horizon B. It lies below the topsoil. It is hard and compact than the topsoil. Now you are moving below, so now you will see the change in the properties. It lies below the topsoil and it is hard and compact than the topsoil. The subsoil has a light color because it does not contain much humus. The subsoil does not contain much organic matter but contains minerals in a good quantity and metal salts like iron oxide. Okay, so you have to remember this thing, that in horizon B, it lies below the topsoil, it is hard and compact. Okay, it has a light color because it does not contain much humus, and comparatively the topsoil is much darker because it contains good amount of humus. In the subsoil, it does not contain much organic matter, but what does it contains? It contains minerals in good quantity and also metal salts like iron oxides. Okay, like different kinds of metals are extracted from earth, you know. There are various of the metals that are extracted from earth. Clear? So that is done from the subsoil, the topsoil, then the subsoil. Clear? And subsoil is also known as horizon B. One more point in the subsoil, that is, when farmers plough their field, they often mix the topsoil and the subsoil so that the crops can grow easily. Okay, when farmers plough the field, they often mix that soil so that crops can grow easily. Now horizon C, or its another name regolith. This layer lies beneath the subsoil. It is very hard, consists of stones and partly weathered pieces of rocks. There is no organic matter in this layer. The roots of plants and trees cannot penetrate up to this layer. Clear? This layer lies beneath the subsoil layer and it is very hard, consists of stones and partly weathered pieces of rocks. No organic matter in this layer, and the plants, trees cannot penetrate up to this layer or the roots of that. Then the last one is the horizon R, or you can say the bedrock. This is the last layer of the soil which consists of unweathered rocks. Definitely there are large rocks are present, big rocks which are yet to be weathered. Okay. So this is the soil profile. What do we discuss? Let's see. We discussed about the topsoil, that is also horizon A, which is the humus layer. Then we discuss about the subsoil, or it is the horizon B. Okay. And then we discussed about the horizon C, that is the regolith, and then there is the horizon R, or the bedrock. Clear? So this completes our soil profile. I hope you understood it. You can watch the video again if not. Okay. And students, for every video that has been uploaded, please you have to make the notes. It is said again and again. Clear? In the next video we will be starting the next topic, that is the formation of the soil. Okay. Till then, take care and have a nice day.